Was Buck here, Rex. Wanted to speak about hype. So we're just gonna get straight into it. So there's levels of hype. Okay, so there's the courtesy hype. That hype doesn't really belong to anyone. We're just happy to see someone new hop in the session, or we're just happy to see the dancer. We're sessioning, so that's the hype we get. Like, oh, let's go. So the courtesy hype is usually always there. A lot of people take courtesy hype away because they like, oh, you know, I hype what I like and stuff like that. That's the shit that's killing the hype part of Krump. And then we have, which is the build up hype, which is just the people that's watching you. They're just watching you build up. So even if it's silent, don't take that as a bad thing. It's just that it's time to build up, because the number one thing is that hype comes from the dancer. It does not really come from everybody around you. It comes from the dancer. So that's why you have to understand where your energy is being shifted, and you have to be aware of where your weight is on your body, because there are a list of gyms you can use to always gather some hype. Like when you stretch and you big and you look powerful, those are things that always naturally gather hype, And banks, that's another, those are just some secrets. There's a long list, but those are some secrets you can use to gather some hype. And then we have the processing. There's a processing part of moves, material, combos that you have to understand, that the processing of people watching that and being quiet is not a bad thing. It's a thing that you did something that really got our attention, and we're kind of trying to think about at the moment. And when you see people on the side of you and you see them like trying your move, and they're like, that's literally part of the processing part. So that's actually a part of hype still, that you're doing that good. So you don't want to miss out on understanding the processing part of like material combos, move, and like the hype, because some people really be sitting there like, what the fuck just happened? So you have to really understand that part. And then we have the big payoff. Of course, that's the one everyone wants from the beginning. You have to earn that. You have to earn your spaz. You have to earn your get off, and you have to earn your big payoff. Like everyone wants that last step of hype from the beginning, when it's necessarily there's waves you have to do to earn it as well. Okay, because you only get that big payoff hype if you're in the same crew as everybody. If that's your man's, your friendship, you're just happy. And there's numerous things that help people jump there, but there's a process of getting there that you have to understand and know. And there's no such thing as crowd control. Okay, you cannot control a crowd that don't want to see you win, or you cannot control a crowd that don't like you. Sometimes you go to an event and everybody don't like you. You cannot control that crowd. So there's no such thing as crowd control. That's something that happened off of preference. Crowd control isn't a thing. It's awareness. This is where you have to be aware of your surroundings. If I'm aware of what's happening over here, then I can know when I'm watching people. I can be aware of someone's t-shirt. I can do a move off of their t-shirt. So maybe the crowd is hyping some sort of way, and I make a bang out of it. Like being aware of your surroundings, because you have to be aware you're in a room full of people that don't fuck with you. So you have to dance a little bit harder. So it's awareness. Crowd control is something that happened off of preference. It doesn't really exist. You can't control a crowd full of people who don't like you. So it's awareness we need to be working on. It starts within reality. It starts within character. That's something you really want to focus on. If you really want to understand like the levels of hype, people don't really teach the hype thing, because the overhype thing started to happen. And this is my personal opinion. I don't think overhyping is a thing. Just me, because we don't understand what that person likes. Some people like chest pops. That's why he's screaming his mind off. It's his favorite thing about the dance. Some people like hat tricks. That's why he's screaming their mind off about the hat tricks. It's not overhyping, because we're not the person. We don't know what's their favorite thing about dance that's happening. A lot of people say I overhype, but a lot of people don't know how much I like the small things. So you can do things small and get my hype. So for me, that's just a personal preference. I don't think is a such thing as overhyping people, because you like what you like, right? So we can't crucify people for that and try to be like, you be overhyping this shit. I don't think you crucify people for that, because that's all preference. It's preference. Just because you didn't like it didn't mean that person didn't like it. And I think we should really open that up. And there's a lot to understand and dissect about hype, and hype is a really big reason why our dance is where it's at today. And a lot of people forget that. That's why it's annoying to see people in footage like this, you know, and like just sitting there and waiting for all the tight people to dance, because yes, the dancer in the middle had a lot to do with the changing of the dance, but what attracted people to Krump was the energy. All those people around him screaming and all that, it all played a part in the evolve of Krump. Watching Krump evolve like that, we all played a part. Everybody has a role. Some people have that role. Maybe you're not meant to be the best dancer. Maybe you're meant to be the best hype man. You know, we all have this. Hype mans are a thing in hip hop too. So just wanted to make this video, this YouTube, just because I have got a lot of questions about hype. So yeah, hopefully this helped you out. If you have any questions, you can just comment below. You can hit me up personally. You know, you can hit me up. Instagram, Rexx.Franklin. Phase for sale. The NBH clothing line is kicking up too. So hit me up. Place your order. We got new colors coming out. We got a bunch of stuff coming out. So my clothing line is coming out as well. So yeah. Bye.